You know, hats off to both of them for getting very well paid. I do want to go in and work with Jake Paul in preparation for this fight.
Is that a fight you'd entertain?
No, definitely.
At no point, no.
And you're in that moment, you react to that, and you will do that. And she's him saying that, now you need to go for it, you need to go for it. AJ in his own head now is thinking, right, when I see that opportunity, and he make a fun.
I did not expect that. That's Anthony Joshua's words. Anthony Joshua, stunned as his own protege Lawrence Okolie wants to help Jake Paul. Anthony Joshua didn't expect Lawrence Okolie to switch sides and train Jake Paul. Joshua feels the sting deeply, and though he knows he'll get back his edge, the shock of betrayal is impossible to ignore, and everyone watching can feel it.
I'll get it back. I knew I'll get it back. So I just brushed that, but this one hurt.
Lawrence Okolie is talking strategy, but the weight of his words hits Anthony Joshua harder than expected. Anthony Joshua must handle this relentless engine quickly and dominate early. Watching his former protege outline how to challenge Anthony Joshua adds a bitter layer to the fight ahead.
2-3 punches at a time, and when he looks tired, he's going to keep going. I don't know how a man his size has that kind of engine, but he does. So I think it would be up to AJ to get him under the manners quickly and early and sort of establish himself in a fight and dominate. Otherwise, it would be a really hard night.
Eddie Hearn reacts by pointing out that Anthony Joshua has gone into different environments to learn from different people, and this shows why he is on another level. He understands how growth comes from challenging himself. Even with Lawrence Okolie now offering to help Jake Paul, Anthony Joshua's focus, adaptability, and experience make him a far superior heavyweight ready to dominate the ring.
But this isn't the first time he's gone into different environments to learn from different people, and you know, obviously, if that's the case, great people to learn from as well.
Anthony Joshua says 7-week training camp Boom Bam shows he is ready to rock and roll. He knows his process and focuses only on himself, not everyone else's opinions. Even with Lawrence Okolie now helping Jake Paul, Anthony Joshua's preparation and mindset keep him on another level. His confidence, discipline, and training intensity show why he remains one of the most dangerous heavyweights in the world today.
7-week training camp, boom bam, we're here now, ready to rock and roll. So I understand my process, and that's why I worry about myself, not what everyone else's opinions. I know.
Lawrence Okolie says Anthony Joshua is a very big, strong heavyweight, and if he turns it on, it is not just a risk of a knockout, but a much bigger risk. His words show respect and fear for Anthony Joshua's power and dominance. Even his own protege admits the danger. This highlights why Anthony Joshua is on another level, and why Jake Paul will face an extraordinary challenge when he steps into the ring.
He's maybe a cruiserweight. Yeah. Anthony Joshua's a very big, strong heavyweight, and if he turns it on, it's not just a risk of a knockout, it's a much bigger risk. So
Duke McKenzie says Anthony Joshua's former trainer knows Jake Paul inside out and understands his mechanics and how to get the best out of him. Watching Lawrence Okolie step in now is a shocking move. Anthony Joshua feels the weight of betrayal, yet his experience and skill keep him on another level. The audience can see the tension as loyalty is tested, and the stakes in this fight grow even higher.
But he knows the kid inside out. Yeah. He knows how he works. He knows all the mechanics behind that kid and how to motivate and get the best out of him. We've seen it. And to get rid of him now at this point, I think it's a bad move.
Johnny Nelson says Anthony Joshua's situation shows that sometimes being too nice can create problems. He wasn't strong enough to put his foot down when it mattered. Watching Lawrence Okolie offer to help Jake Paul is another layer of challenge. Anthony Joshua must rely on his focus, power, and discipline to rise above betrayal. Everyone can see that his skill and mindset keep him on another level, despite loyalty shifting around him.
I think the only thing he did wrong was not being strong enough to put his foot down. But he wasn't in a position to do that. And I think financially, now hopefully he's in a position that if he gets a fight coming through, the rules are, I'm the trainer, I'm the coach, you stay out there, this is my job. If you've hired me to do a job, let me do our job, keep out of it. So his only crime is being too nice and too easy.
Jake Paul calls Anthony Joshua a dumbass and claims he is easy work, but Anthony Joshua has faced far tougher opponents and remains on another level. His skill, power, and experience are unmatched. Watching his own former protege Lawrence Okolie align with Jake Paul adds another emotional edge. Anthony Joshua will have to rise above the insults and the betrayal, but his mindset, discipline, and championship experience show why he is built for these moments. Fans know that Jake Paul is in for the toughest night of his career.
He's gone there. Yeah. Tony will bring him old school values. He won't tinker with him too much. I've always said this about
Jake Paul calls Anthony Joshua a dumbass and claims he is easy work, but Anthony Joshua has faced far tougher opponents and remains on another level. His skill, power, and experience are unmatched. Watching his own former protege Lawrence Okolie align with Jake Paul adds another emotional edge. Anthony Joshua will have to rise above the insults and the betrayal, but his mindset, discipline, and championship experience show why he is built for these moments. Fans know that Jake Paul is in for the toughest night of his career.
You know, he's a dumbass, and so it's gonna be apparent on Saturday when he's the one that gets knocked out. I mean, genuinely, fighters always say this. There's the back and forth, but Piers, I'm being so honest, man. This guy is easy work.
Tyson Fury says Jake Paul would knock Anthony Joshua out and calls him a spent force, but this underestimates Anthony Joshua's resilience and power. Anthony Joshua has faced every type of opponent and remains on another level. Seeing Lawrence Okolie help Jake Paul is shocking, but Anthony Joshua's focus and preparation for this fight are relentless. Fury's predictions make the stakes higher, but Anthony Joshua's skill, ring, IQ, and experience make him a completely different challenge for Jake Paul than he expects. The fight will test mental toughness above all.
I don't know about chewing up. I think Jake Paul knocks him out.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Why so? What impresses you about Jake Paul?
I just think Jake Paul would knock AJ out. I think AJ's a spent force, and I think Jake Paul's on the rise. And I like his new heavyweight look.
Dominic Ingle explains the harsh reality of loyalty in boxing, and Anthony Joshua has now seen it firsthand. Lawrence Okolie, once a trusted protege, helping Jake Paul feels like a betrayal. Anthony Joshua's strength, skill, and discipline keep him on another level despite this emotional shock. He has faced adversity before, and this moment will only sharpen his focus. Fans can feel the tension as loyalty is tested, and Anthony Joshua prepares to show that no one, even a former protege, can diminish his power or ring intelligence.
They choose you. Fighters choose you. Then they use you to get where they need to be. Then they accuse you when everything goes wrong. And when they've left and gone somewhere else, then they start to abuse you by doing interviews, slagging you off. And that happens more times than it doesn't.
Jake Paul boasts about training with world champions and improving constantly, but Anthony Joshua has been on another level for years. Even with Lawrence Okolie now working with Jake Paul, Anthony Joshua's preparation, focus, and strategic approach make him far superior. His ability to handle adversity and maintain discipline in the gym and in the ring shows why he remains one of the toughest heavyweights in the world. This fight is a clash of skill versus showmanship, and Anthony Joshua's experience gives him a clear edge despite the psychological tactics.
Just getting better and better in the gym. I spar against world champions, you know, and trained with world champions all the time. So plan on that in the future 100%, but taking it one.
Johnny Nelson says Jake Paul is crazy if he thinks he can match Anthony Joshua, a former two-title heavyweight champion. Anthony Joshua does not play touch. He plays to knock opponents out. Even with Lawrence Okolie now training Jake Paul, Anthony Joshua's skill, power, and experience keep him on another level. The showmanship may excite the public, but Anthony Joshua's focus and ring IQ make him a completely different opponent. Fans are witnessing a clash of hype versus proven dominance, and Anthony Joshua remains the benchmark of power and discipline.
Paul is crazy. If he thinks he can get it with Anthony Joshua, former two-time heavyweight champion of the world, and play tiddlywinks, I don't think AJ plays touch. He plays knock the F out.
Jake Paul says Anthony Joshua has no rhythm and no skill, just power. But this underestimates the former two-title heavyweight champion. Anthony Joshua's experience, mental toughness, and timing keep him on another level. Even with Lawrence Okolie now helping Jake Paul, Anthony Joshua's ability to absorb punishment and respond with precision makes him a terrifying opponent. Jake Paul's confidence may backfire because Anthony Joshua has faced faster, stronger, and cleverer fighters. Fans can feel the tension as Anthony Joshua prepares to show that power alone is not the only weapon he brings to the ring.
His chin's gone.
But he's still Anthony Joshua.
Which is stiff and no rhythm, no skill, just power.
You're serious about fighting him?
Yeah.
Eddie Hearn warns Jake Paul to be careful because Anthony Joshua will take your head clean off your shoulders. This highlights the true danger Anthony Joshua presents. Even with Lawrence Okolie assisting Jake Paul, Anthony Joshua's preparation, discipline, and raw power keep him on another level. Facing a former two-title heavyweight champion is not a normal fight. Fans understand the stakes and the risk for Jake Paul. Anthony Joshua's experience and technique mean he is not just strong but incredibly smart in the ring, and this fight will test every ounce of skill and courage.
Like that, but I said to Jake Paul, you ain't in a box, mate. This ain't David Blaine. I said, so just be careful, because AJ will take your head clean off your shoulders, and it's dangerous.
Yeah.
And you take on that responsibility, and we all have to. So we got to think about that. But this is Anthony fighting a top 50 cruiserweight in the world. It's not something that we would normally do.
Yeah.
Tommy Fury says if he can beat Jake Paul, Anthony Joshua would finish him even faster. This emphasizes just how dominant Anthony Joshua is as a former 2-title heavyweight champion. Even with Lawrence Okolie now coaching Jake Paul, Anthony Joshua's power, skill, and ring IQ keep him on another level. The fight will not last long if Anthony Joshua chooses to turn it on. Fans can already feel the intensity as every punch he throws carries the authority and precision of a champion who has consistently dominated top opposition. Anthony Joshua's presence is terrifying and unstoppable.
But if I can beat Jake Paul, then excuse my French, what the fuck is Anthony Joshua going to do to Jake Paul? I think my dad said that AJ could beat him with his prick, and I completely will back that up. Even if AJ had a broken arm in there, it still wouldn't go past a minute.
Frank Warren says this is a dangerous fight and Anthony Joshua's opponent must fully understand the risks. Anthony Joshua trains and prepares meticulously, which keeps him on another level. Even with Lawrence Okolie helping Jake Paul, Anthony Joshua's discipline, skill, and mental toughness make him a formidable challenge. Fans understand that Anthony Joshua knows exactly what he is doing and will exploit any weakness. Belief, experience, and preparation are his weapons, and this fight will test both fighters. Anthony Joshua's ability to dominate remains unmatched, and this clash will show why he is one of the greatest heavyweights in the world.
It's a dangerous fight. Of course, it's a dangerous fight. But I'm not here to be there selling their show. I've got no interest in the fighters from that perspective. I just think that he is a licensed boxer. He trains. He knows what he's getting involved with. He's not an idiot, and he knows what he's going to be up against. But he must believe in himself to do it.
Derek Chisora says Jake Paul does not have the power to knock out Anthony Joshua and predicts a brutal outcome. Anthony Joshua's skill, power, and championship experience keep him on another level. Even with Lawrence Okolie helping Jake Paul, Anthony Joshua's preparation and ring IQ make him unstoppable. The fight will be thrilling but heavily in Anthony Joshua's favor. Fans can expect Anthony Joshua to dominate, showcase his full arsenal, and prove why he remains one of the most dangerous heavyweights in the world. The physical and mental gap is clear and unbridgeable.
Whatever happens will be exciting.
Does he have the power to knock out Joshua?
No, he hasn't got the power to knock out Joshua.
How does that fight end?
Jake Paul going in an ambulance, bro.
What?
Anthony Joshua faces one of the most shocking moments of his career as his own protege Lawrence Okolie decides to help Jake Paul. The betrayal hits deep, but Anthony Joshua has always been on another level, and this challenge will only sharpen his focus. Every punch, every movement, and every strategy will show why Anthony Joshua remains a former 2-title heavyweight champion with unmatched skill and power. Jake Paul may be confident, sparring with world champions, and improving in the gym, but Anthony Joshua's discipline, experience, and mental toughness cannot be underestimated. Fans can feel the tension and excitement as the fight approaches because this is more than just a clash of fists, it is a test of loyalty, heart, and willpower. Who will mentally dominate the ring and who will crumble under pressure? Comment below and let us know who you think will triumph between Anthony Joshua and Jake Paul.